Hey, what's up guys? Slayer back here again with another video, man. I know it's been forever. I think it's been over 2 weeks now since my last upload. And I apologize about that. There are reasons. There's several reasons behind that, which is why I'm making this video right now, to kind of give you guys an update on what's been going on, which is just a bunch of craziness. I also wanted to say thank you to those of you that reached out to me, whether it was just dropping a YouTube comment or DMing me on Instagram or sending me an email and checking up on me and making sure that everything was okay. I really appreciate that, guys. That means more to me than you know. So where have I been? Where have you been, Slayer? What's been going on? Or, you know, are you still sober? Are you still Slayer sober? Or are you, you know what I mean? Where have you been? Well, so I posted on my community page and I said that I haven't, you know, been feeling the best, and that's true. Ever since my last relapse, my last really bad relapse, I just have not been feeling 100%. And I had been telling myself that I probably should go to the doctor for some time, but as per usual, I'm a procrastinator. I push things off and push things off. And also the doctor just gives me a lot of anxiety. Years and years of drinking and ripping and running and being just crazy, I get a lot of anxiety going to the doctor. Like, I think that, you know, I'm gonna go to the doctor, they're gonna tell me that's it, I'm going to the upper room to meet God. And that's the end of the story for Slayer. It gives me a lot of anxiety. So, you know, just not feeling well. And I thought that it was my lungs, man, which it was. I ended up figuring out that I did have a bit of a lung infection, but that is not what was 100% bothering me. And I will get to that eventually. But my lungs were burning. The area where my pancreas was in pain. I threw up one day, like really bad. And when that happened, I knew something was up. I knew something was not right. I was really weak. Just all sorts of different stuff was going on, man, that was not fun. It was horrible. It was horrible. And so, you know, a couple weeks ago I uploaded that video, and probably about 2 or 3 days after I uploaded my last video, it just got even worse, man. And I was like, well, I gotta go to the doctor, you know? And so that was giving me a whole bunch of anxiety and paranoia. And then on top of it, there was some drama going on with my brother. I've said it before, guys, I have 3 brothers, but the brother who ran off with my ex, there was some drama with him. It had nothing to do with me, but he was talking to some other family members, and then I got dragged into it. And man, that whole entire thing is an on and off healing process. You know, if I sat here and said that I'm 100% over that situation, I would be a liar. It bothers me often, but you know, that whole entire thing it's something else that I have to deal with on top of everything else that I have to deal with. So there was some drama with that. And then the 3rd and the 4th of July was right around the corner. And it's kind of been a tradition for years on end that, like, my parents throw this giant party with a bunch of fireworks, a bunch of booze, and a bunch of people, and we basically get together and we party. Well, these last couple years, it's kind of like half and half. You know, half the people think that it's just a ridiculous idea because half of us are alcoholics and drug addicts. It's probably not a good idea for people to be around that. And then the other half are still wrapped up in their addiction and they could care less. You know, they just don't care, or whatever it is. So I was having a lot of anxiety about that. Like, should I go to this? Should I not go to this? And honestly, the 100% truth is no, I shouldn't have went. I knew that there was going to be alcohol there. As an alcoholic, we should not put ourselves in those positions. I knew better. But leading up to it, I had a bunch of anxiety about it. I didn't know. I thought maybe I'll show up, I'll eat a little bit of something, I'll leave, maybe I won't come at all. I didn't know what to do. And I was kind of mad at my mom, you know, because I was telling her, do not invite these people that are going to be drinking. I don't care. And if you are going to invite them, tell them not to bring alcohol. And she just was not on board with that, which I understand. You know, some of these people I love dearly, but when you're trying to stay sober, man, being around people that are drinking, especially on a day like the 4th is an extremely hard day for me not to drink. I told like my dad, like, you know, you need to hold on to my money on the 4th, which didn't end up happening. But anyways, so, you know, I was pretty unhappy about that whole entire scenario because I knew there was going to be alcohol there. So the morning of the 3rd, some craziness, just something that I did not expect at all, not even in the least to happen, ended up happening and threw off my entire day, my entire plans. I was planning on being sober for the 3rd. I really was, guys, but this craziness happened. I ended up waking up the morning of the 3rd, and my dog, not the dog that I posted on my Instagram, one of my other dogs, was shivering and shaking, and he was sick. You know, he was having like the run. I mean, he was not doing well at all, and it was freaking me out, man. I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to give him treats. I was trying to help him. Nothing. He didn't care about any of it. He wasn't having any of it. And so I wake up to the morning of this, and I'm like, okay, well, I need to take him to the vet. You know, I need to take him to the vet and figure out what's going on. He was 9.5. And I'm sure by me saying was, you guys already know where this is leading to, unfortunately. But I ended up taking him to the vet to try and figure out what was going on. And my dad ends up coming over there. My sister ends up coming over there. My mom ends up coming over there because this was like a family dog, man. We all love this dog. Even my brother that ran off with my ex-girlfriend loved this dog, man. We all love this dog. And yeah, and to make a long story short, they took him in the back, and the veterinarian came out, and she basically said that he had a bunch of cancer inside of his stomach. He was internally bleeding. His stomach was filled with fluid, which they said they were pretty much 100% convinced that it was blood, and that he was on his way of passing away, and that his stomach would eventually... I'm sorry, guys. I just want to say this, man. I consider dogs family, or cats, or whatever your animal is. Our animals are family. I just want to say that real quick. And this dog, man, this dog was, you know, my little sidekick. But they came out and they gave us a decision, either to take him home and in a matter of days have his stomach lining basically rip open because of all the fluid, and he would just end up bleeding to death, and it would be an extremely painful death, or we have to put him down. No warning, you know, and a lot of times there is no warning with this type of stuff, man. You know, not expecting this at all. No warning. One moment he's okay, the next moment he's not. You know, one moment I'm hanging out with him, next moment I'm waking up and I'm at the vet making the decision on putting my dog down. So I ultimately made the decision to put him down. I didn't want to bring him home and have him go through that pain. I couldn't see that happen. So my dad ended up leaving. He couldn't handle it. He didn't want to watch it. I ended up staying because I felt like I had to stay. And my sister ended up staying. And yeah, man, they ended up putting him down, and he passed away in my arms. I was holding him. So he was a great dog. Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace. His name was Doobie. We called him Doobert. A lot of us, my nickname for him was Bert. He was a great dog, and it's broken my heart, man, ever since it happened. My place has just felt completely empty. I've cried like a baby several times already. I feel like I can't shed any more tears, you know what I mean? again, dogs are our family. Dogs are family to me. So we ended up putting him down, and I walked out of there bawling my eyes out. I was a mess, man. I was angry. It was the suddenness. I wasn't prepared for it. I was already stressed out beyond belief. I was already having all this stuff come down on me. And I just want to say this real quick, man. There is never any excuse that is valid to go out there and throw your sobriety in the garbage can. And unfortunately, I think you guys know where this is leading. You know, part of the reason why it's been so hard for me to make this video is because I feel like such a hypocrite. I feel so embarrassed and ashamed to tell you guys that I had a lapse. It wasn't a relapse. It was a lapse because it was one night. I'm so embarrassed to admit that to you guys because, you know, here it is, just my last video, and I'm telling you guys, you know, oh, this is my reminder on why I can't ever drink again, showing these horrific clips of me relapsing and all this stuff. And what ends up happening, you know, I understand, I loved my dog, man, but it's not an excuse for me to throw my sobriety in the garbage can. And I was thinking about, you know, after all this happened, I was thinking, you know, what am I going to do one day when my dad passes away or something, or one of my uncles or something, you know? I've got to get this stuff prepared. Like, I don't know, like, I want long-term sobriety, guys. I don't want to go, you know, 6 months, a year, 2 years, and then just throw it all back in the garbage can and pick up right where I left off. I want to get sober and stay sober. And I'm extremely disappointed in myself. At the time, it seemed like it was totally valid for me to relapse, you know, because, you know, my dog just passed away. I'm going through all this stress. But looking back on it, I'm extremely disappointed, and I'm just sorry, guys. I am so sorry. And to be honest, you know, I love you guys. I love each and every single one of you. And it's been a pleasure meeting you guys and talking to you guys. And I love doing this YouTube thing because it helps me. But like, I don't know if I end up relapsing again, guys. And I'm not planning on relapsing again. I'm in it for the long haul, you know. But if I end up relapsing again, I don't know if I'm going to continue doing this YouTube thing, you know. And I say that because I don't want to be the guy who gets on here and is giving you guys advice, you know, oh, this is what you do to stay sober. And I give a lot of great advice, don't get me wrong. But I don't want to be that guy giving all this advice, but then I can't even stay sober myself. What kind of backwards, you know what I mean? I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of dude. Like, if I can't get my sobriety in check, I'm checking out. You know what I mean? I'm checking out of YouTube. Because I want to be a role model. I want to be an example. I want to be somebody who can help you guys. And if I can't even help myself, how am I supposed to help you guys? You know what I'm saying? I do want to say this, though. It's hard for me to make any promises to anybody, but I will promise you guys this. I do believe this time in my heart that I'm done. I really do believe that in my heart this time. Hold on, let me continue the story. I gotta pick up where I left off. So I ended up leaving the vet, and I went to this event. I went to the big 3rd of July event in a terrible mood. Again, I shouldn't have put myself in that scenario, but at that point, it was almost like I knew in the back of my head that I was gonna go have some drinks. I didn't get absolutely obliterated or anything, but I don't even care. I ended up going there. There was drinks all around. I ended up jumping right in and partaking. And yeah, man, it was just stupid. And I ended up going over to my brother's place and with a bunch of random people. Just everybody was drunk. I woke up feeling absolutely horrendous. I thought that I felt horrible. Every single symptom that I was having was doubled when I woke up. I felt awful when I woke up. And on top of that, somebody stole my hat while I was asleep. Shout out to you, whoever you are. Honestly, that's what I get for drinking. I really wasn't even mad. It's like, well, that's what happens for me being a dumbass. Anyways, yeah, man. So I ended up waking up with a ton of regret, feeling absolutely awful, thinking about my dog. That was all that was on my mind, was my dog. You know, rest in peace. And I was just, again, I was just a mess. And this time I knew that I knew I had to get into the doctor and figure out what was going on with me, man. I was not well when I woke up that morning. So I ended up going to the doctor and figuring out that I did have a bit of a lung infection going on, but I was mostly over that. And what was causing my issues was actually acute pancreatitis. Yup, acute pancreatitis. So, and the doctor said that he thinks that I might have had it going on for quite some time, and that when I had the lapse, that it just like pushed me back into it again. And so like these last like 3 or 4 days has just been hell. I actually am feeling a lot better today, thank God. Yeah, the second time now. This is the second time that I've had acute pancreatitis. The doctor said, he was like, man, if you continue drinking, you're gonna get full-blown pancreatitis and you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in a lot of trouble. I gotta stop, guys. I've got to stop. This has got to be it. And so, yeah, he told me that. He also told me that I had a sinus heart arrhythmia, which he said that I guess I don't really have to be too concerned about that. But when he said that, that freaked me out, man. They had the EKGs hooked up to me and everything. And, yeah. So that's what I've been dealing with, guys. That's what's been going on. All this craziness, all this insanity has been going on. And yeah, man, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I let you guys down. I'm sorry that this is the second time that I've relapsed. If you unsubscribe, I would not blame you. I would not be mad at you if you unsubscribe. But if you do stick along with me for the journey, I promise you, man, that we will get through this together. I know inside of my heart that I can do it. I know inside of my heart that I can do it. And I don't know. We're not dumb people. I've said it before. We're very intelligent people. And at this point, it's just, there's no reason for me not to stay sober. I have to. And if you do stick along with me, then I'm going to show you guys that. I want to upload at least like 2 videos a week. It's like I said, I have a lot of good stuff coming. I have an interview. You know, and I just want to say this about the lapse, guys. It's like I don't know. There's a lot of things, and I wrote down this giant list. There's a lot of things that I'm going to have to change. I haven't put enough change in my life. I have put a lot of change in my life, but not enough. There's certain things that I need to do still to be able to, you know, keep my sobriety. I understand where it wasn't just, you know, because my dog was the main reason. He was. But it's like, again, there's no reason to drink. There's no reason for me to drink. You know, it's time for me to be sober. I don't know. It's insane, guys. It always is. And I just feel like such a moron for even, you know, getting on here and telling you guys that I had a lapse. But, you know, I don't know. That's what's been going on, guys. That's what's been happening. I have the video, the interview with my brother coming, which you guys I think are really going to enjoy that. I have a video coming with actually one of the subscribers, someone from the community here, and she had a near-death experience going through delirium tremens. So I'm going to bring that video to you guys. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I have huge plans for this channel on where I want to take it, where I want to go, but none of it matters unless I stay sober. None of it matters unless I stay sober. So, and you guys matter to me, and I matter to myself at this point enough to do it. And only time is going to be able to show anybody that. Only time is going to be able to show anybody that. But yeah, I want to at least upload 1 to 2 videos a week. That's another way to keep me responsible. You know, I'm thinking about maybe even uploading a video every single day. I don't know. I might. I don't think that it's a bad idea. I might, like, you know, do it like LD does and upload a video every single day or every other day. I think it would be good for me. The busier I am, the more positive things that I have going on, the better. It's better for me. It's gonna help me stay sober. And yeah, man, I wanted to make an update though. It's been too long, guys. It's been too long. I'm honest on this channel. That's the thing. I'm honest on this channel. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys, oh yeah, now I have 3 months of sobriety. I'm doing wonderful. I'm fantastic. That's a bunch of BS. I'm not gonna get on here and lie to you guys. If I relapse, if I have a lapse, I'm gonna get on and tell you guys. You know, I know that there's gonna be some people in the comments saying, oh man, you know, look at this guy. Who is this guy? You know, who is this guy? He can't even stay sober, you know? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm gonna get the trolls and all that, and that's fine. Honestly, I think I deserve it in a way for even relapsing. You know, rest in peace to my dog, Bert. I love you, buddy. I know that he's in heaven. I do believe that dogs go to heaven. And I do think that I'm gonna see him one day. I thank God every single day for this channel, for you guys. I thank him for me waking up this morning and having another chance, because Lord knows he's given me so many chances, and I have to be thankful for that. That's a blessing. And it's time to bring positivity to this channel. I'm done with the negative. That's what always gets me. It's always something negative, whether it's, you know, this or that or this or that. There's always going to be negative stuff that comes into our lives, you know. Life is precious, you know. It's negative stuff will come, you know. People are going to pass away. Animals are going to pass away. But I think finding your own peace and finding your own zen inside of yourself can help you deal with these situations in a better way, instead of like me running out and relapsing right off the bat because I was devastated. You know, there's different coping mechanisms for these things. And yeah, man, it's time. It's time to do this. It's time to stay sober. And I don't know, I'm not going to just keep saying the same thing over and over again. I love you guys. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say, man. Yeah, just a lot of stuff coming to the channel. And yeah, rest in peace to my dog, Bert. Stay safe, stay sober. I'm sure I missed a bunch of stuff in this video, so I'll probably have to make like a part 2. But at least I got something out for you guys. I just wanted to get something up for you guys and let you guys know that I'm alive. This is what's happening. I'm just, at the moment, I'm taking in tons of fluids, eating healthy, getting plenty of rest. I'm just trying to get myself over this acute pancreatitis, man. It hasn't been fun. The back pain has been horrible. So I'm just focusing on that. I'm taking it one day at a time, because that's how we have to do this, man. And yeah, I love you guys. I'm back again. It's your favorite friend. It's Slayer. I don't know why I'm rhyming now. I have no idea. I'm just in a good mood, man. I'm ready. We're moving forward. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober. I will see you guys really soon. In the next couple days, I'll give you guys another update. Peace.